Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and another pregnancy chatter video. So again, I'm gonna have a chatty kind of video on a topic regarding pregnancy and motherhood that I just find interesting. So today I've been pondering a lot the usual argument of stay-at-home mum versus working mum. And I'm kind of sticking to mothers today, but you know, dads also do that kind of thing as well. This is one of those topics that has like so many different opinions and people can literally get in fights and arguments over it. You'll find several Facebook groups where mothers are talking and this topic will kind of roll into the conversation and all hell will break loose. There are really great advocates of the stay-at-home mum side, and then there are really great advocates of the working mum side. I don't really think that there should be such a great argument over this topic, because I think one very basic thing is that every parent is trying to do best for their child. So I really doubt that someone who's working or someone who's not working is doing it in order to harm their child. So that out of the way, I do have three main points that I'm going to make in this video, just so that I don't kind of go into this really lengthy rant about it. And then we do have a different video coming up more specifically on the stay-at-home, work-at-home version as well. So the first point that I really wanted to make, and I truly believe, is that if you have to work, you have to work. So there are many people who will say that, oh my god, you can't work now that you have a baby because you have to be with your baby, you have to be with your children, children need their mothers. And to be honest, I get quite a few of those comments myself. People are always telling me that I can't even possibly consider working now that I'm going to have a child, and things like that, because of this logic that a baby needs its mother, and the mother has to be there 24/7. However, no one really considers, I think, that when you have to work, it means when you go to work and you leave your baby, it's not because you want to leave your baby. You need to make money, you need to pay the bills, you need to feed your baby, so you need to clothe your baby, you need to provide. So obviously, leaving for several hours a day means that yes, you are losing that time with your child, but at the same time, it's the only way that you can provide for your child. So I don't see how in any way that can be considered bad or wrong. So there are also cases, of course, in this kind of thing where even a single mother is told that, oh my god, you're working, and why are you working? And you're kind of like, there's only one person to provide for my baby. How am I going to provide for my baby? Who's going to give me money to live? So it's kind of a bit of an issue, because people truly believe and are usually very opinionated people who are more than happy to tell you that they believe that you need to be at home with your child, and that the fact that you're working means that you're a bad parent. I don't think working in order to provide for your family makes you a bad parent in any possible way. A second point that I find very important but rarely kind of touched upon is that stay-at-home mums are not chilling out all day doing nothing. I've actually heard many comments, as I do have family members who stay at home with their children, they're stay-at-home mums. I do have family members who will comment on how, oh well, you're all day with your children, you know, you're just all day at home, it's fine, you have nothing really much, you don't really have much to do all day. I don't really believe that, because when you're at home with your child, first things first, your children will need you to do things for them all day long in regards to entertaining them if they are younger and don't need to go to school. So you need to entertain them, you need to plan crafts, you need to do all sorts of different things, you need to plan their meals, you need to do all the different jobs around the house that need to be done for the children. So leaving the husband completely out of it. You'll need to wash their clothes, you need to tidy up their bedrooms probably. There are so many things that need to be done during the day, and yet at the same time you also have your children there with you, so it kind of makes it a bit more difficult. So again, not chilling. Now, even when children go to school, they'll come back, they'll have to do homework, you'll have to feed them, you'll have to do 1,000 other things with them. My sister-in-law has 3 girls, and she literally, from the moment that they get home, there's homework, there's a whole bunch of chores and tasks that need to be done, then she has to take them to like different classes, second languages, one of them does karate, the other does tennis. Like, there are a whole bunch of things that she's constantly running around for her children. She's a stay-at-home mum, but never stops, and literally needs a break. But that's pretty much impossible. Let's not forget that being a stay-at-home mum means one of 2 things. Either you have given up a job that you had that gave you a sense of productivity, a sense of feeling that you were doing something and are useful. So it is a part of your personality. Now, I'm not talking about cases where you hated your job. I'm talking about cases where you went to work and at least you were providing, so that was enough. So you've either given up a job and are now feeling that you need to cover up that kind of void because it was a part of your personality, a part of your everyday, and you're basically giving up a part of yourself. Or you never really started working and never really went out into the workforce, but at the same time, the worry and the constant concern that your partner always needs to have a job so that you can be able to provide for your children and pay the bills and everything is a constant stress. So whether or not you're working or whatever you choose to do, stay at home or work, there's still the issue of, am I making enough, and will we always have this income? Will something happen and my partner lose his job? So it is rather stressful as well. There's pretty much no chill period, I think. And the third point, and I think one of the most important ones, is that no matter what, you are always a parent. So from the moment you've had your baby, from the moment you've found out that you're pregnant, you're constantly worrying about your baby, you're constantly thinking about your baby, you're constantly worrying about if you will have enough to provide, if you will have enough to feed your baby, clothe your baby, if when the said baby grows up and needs to go to school, if you'll be able to provide everything they need, college, friends, everything. You're constantly worried and constantly thinking about your baby. So whether you're working or whether you're not working, you are still constantly spending most of your time, pretty much 99.9% of it, on your child. So if you're a stay-at-home mom, yes, you have to physically handle your children as well during the entire day. You have to practically care for them and do everything for them. But even if you're working, you'll come home, you'll have to put them to bed, or you'll have to feed them first and then put them to bed and do all the nighttime routines. You'll have to concern yourself with, having everything ready for the next morning. So even whether you're working or whether you're not working, you're still a parent and you're still constantly doing everything you can for your child. So it doesn't make a difference. It really doesn't make a difference if you really, really think about it. Because no matter what, every parent is trying to do the best for their child. I mean, there are parents who worked with their first child and regretted it and didn't work with their second. There are parents who didn't work with their first but regretted it because they wanted to show their children that women work as well and you should go out and you should try doing things. They wanted to teach them a lesson. So you can change your mind, you can go back and forth. The basic thing is that you're a parent and no matter what, you will look after your children in the best way that you can. So I think that is the main point. So yeah, that is pretty much all for my ranting today. I don't want to drag it on too much. It is a topic that can be dragged incredibly. But yeah, so again, just parents will be parents and they'll try their best. Whether it's mum all day at home or whether it's mum having to go to work for several hours, children still need to have food on the table, they still need to be clothed, they still need to be fed. Children just need care and love and all the things that they also practically need. So whether it's a mum at home looking after them and dad providing, or whether it's both parents providing and caring for them at the same time, it's pretty much the same thing. So yeah, I hope you liked this video. Give it a thumbs up, comment down below your opinion. There's been many opinions on this specific topic, I have to say. Yeah. So if you like what you see, please subscribe, and yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye!